serve me, Lord. Good afternoon, super achievers. Today is a new day, a new dawn, and we are in another Saturday. Wow, this week has been awesome, has been great, it has been exciting, and it has been exhausting too. Yeah, somebody say you're not looking you. Yes. Well, I got to do what I got to do. It's been hectic week for me. I had a Southwest Believers Convention. That's Kenneth Copeland Ministry event. And it took place at Fort Worth, Texas, physically, but aired online all week long. And I was there short some of the nights. I couldn't sleep because the time differential, because I was enjoying myself in the presence of God. And so it could show on me. In any case, it's an awesome experience, and I can't forget it. So in case you're online now, just give me a shout out, tell me where you are watching from. Okay, how are you? How has your week been? How has your day been today? As I announced, yes, please just tell me where you are tuning in from. I believe you can hear me. We are talking today on attitude. And we say that it will be on a series. It's came out of lessons I've learned in my leadership journey, and I'm still learning. And so I felt that we should share on this, and especially the eye opener I had, learning from value based transformational roundtable. That spurred me to start this series on the lessons I've learned and I'm learning in my leadership journey. And we'll be taking a word each week, except there is something new that will interrupt us. And so today the word is attitude. The word is attitude. John C. Maxwell, I'm a team member, and so most times we study his books, and he has written even a book on attitude. And he says, your attitude is a paintbrush of your mind. Those who are artists will understand what he meant by that word. Your attitude is a paintbrush of your mind. meaning that it just shows what is going on inside of you. Have you ever heard the phrase, attitude is everything? Attitude is everything. Yes, attitude is one thing that can make a difference in your life, a tremendous difference. Attitude is very important. In fact, is a key, powerful ingredient in the recipe of success, fulfillment, and purpose. You know, we women that cook food know that if in particular menu, if you miss an item, the menu will be as good as not eatable. So attitude is that one ingredient that may make your soup not to be tasty. And everything we know operates by law of cause and effect. What you put in is what you get out. It's like what we call garbage in, garbage out. It's just like um, planting. What you sow is what you reap. You cannot sow corn and reap beans. No, you can only sow corn and reap corn. And so when you put good attitude, you reap good result. When you put fair attitude, you reap fair result. When you put in bad attitude, you reap bad results. And you put in shabby attitude, you reap shabby results. When you put in a winning attitude, you reap winning results, or you get winning results. When you put in a negative attitude, you get negative results. When you put in a positive attitude, you get a positive result. Whatever attitude you put up, that is what you will get. And so the question is, what then is attitude? I know we all know. We all say, she gives me attitude. And it's just simple. It's a settled way of thinking, of feeling about something, typically one that is reflective in a person's behavior. Our attitude influences our actions. It's the only right attitude which gets us good results. Our feelings, beliefs, and behavior, predisposition directed towards people, groups, ideas, our objects, all of them sums up our attitude. Our attitude is a kind of habit, is the usual way of doing things. And John Maxwell still said, your attitude is either the best friend or your worst enemy, your greatest asset or your greatest liability. So what attitude do you display in different areas of your life? As we all know, beliefs inform the expectations which impact our attitude. So attitude to behavior. What are your attitude to behavior? What are your attitude to relationship? What are your attitude to money? What are our finances? What are your attitude towards God, your creator? What are your attitude towards material things? What are your attitude in life? You know, most of us has great skill. We are so talented. And John, in his book, Talent is Not Enough, critically said that because attitude is what it takes to go far. Your talent can bring you out, but it's your attitude that keep you at that altitude you want to be. And so what we are doing today is just very simple. Looking inside us and asking ourselves some few questions concerning our attitude. One of them is what like. What are those attitudes you exhibit that you don't like? What are the attitudes you see in people and you are like, whoa, how I wish I have this kind of attitude. And I want to let you know that attitude can be changed. You can cultivate an attitude, you can change an attitude. And so before we go on, I want you to write down 5 words you can use to describe yourself. Oh God, it is amazing what happens when you think inward, when you think and pause and listen to yourself. You'll be able to understand some things. Growing up, I realized I have this impatient disposition. It's an attitude. So I don't know how to wait. And I'm seeing it also in my son. He pestered so much to get something. You can tell him no 10 times, he come back. That's an attitude of resilience also. I can withstand obstacles. Yeah, in short, where they said is not, no one can enter there, I will dare to enter. That's an attitude. I have a bold attitude. But one thing we know, that sentence that say attitude is everything is not completely true. The truth that there's other things that you need to know. You cannot disconnect attitude from reality and expect success. So attitude cannot substitute for competence. Oh, he's a good man. But he doesn't know how to do his work. No. You have to marry your attitude with your competence to be able to succeed. Though some confuse confidence, which is a function of attitude, with competence. They are two different things. I'm not an electrician, so when it comes to uh, something beyond changing bulb, I call the electrician. That's competence. I may be have this confidence in myself that, oh, what's that? And it may be disastrous. So your competence is your ability, is a function of your ability, but your confidence is the function of your attitude. So your attitude can't substitute for experience too, because your attitude cannot change the facts. Maya Angelou, one of the women I like her quotes. She said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't not change it, change your attitude. And one of the quotes I love so much that I've used in my life that is still serving me now is, life is 10% what happens and 90% how I respond to it. And so that's attitude. So it says, she said, if you like something, if you don't like something, change it. But if you cannot change it, change your attitude. Don't complain. Your attitude cannot substitute for personal growth. Your attitude will not stay good automatically. It's easier to maintain an attitude than it is to regain an attitude. So that tells us that you can cultivate attitude and maintain it. So, but you sure, attitude is a difference maker. Attitude is a difference maker. And it's also a choice. We've just ruled out good, bad, fair, negative, positive, shabby, and all the rest of them. It is a choice you make. Your attitude makes a difference in your relationship with people. If you're a snobby person, you find out that it's difficult to relate with others. Your attitude influences how we see others. Attitude of love, attitude of appreciation helps you to see people in a better way than, like somebody calls, when I came to Lagos the first time, one boy in Ayaba would just say, "Hey, animal, come here." And I'm like, what did you say? Calling a human being animal? That's an attitude. So how do you think I want to relate with such a person that feels that others are animal to him? So your attitude makes a great difference. It influences how we see others, and it determines whether we lift others up or deflate them. And the right attitude allows us to learn from each person we meet. That's what has happened to me. And everyone of which who has something to teach us. I learned from children. I teach children from 0 age to 13. And most times I learn from them. I have learned from my son of 8 years so many things. So the right attitudes allows you to learn from each person, notwithstanding their age, their status, their position in the society. So your attitude makes a difference in how you face challenges. Some people, those people that commit suicide or go into drugs or other things, is as a result of an attitude unchecked or attitude not cultivated and maintained. So clearly, attitude is a difference maker and lets you face it. Most of us could stand to polish ours, at least in one domain of life or another. And if there are attitudes that you feel, oh, I love this, I want to, you can cultivate them. If there are attitudes that you feel, oh no, I don't like it, you can also change the. How do you go about changing your attitude? How? Evaluate your present attitude. Mindfulness and awareness greatly need changing. When you are mindful, that is not good, that doesn't serve you, of change. So evaluate your present. No choice to determine the success of your attitude. Desiring to change. Your desire to change is the success of your attitude change. By changing your thoughts. You know, I when the beginning we said attitude, we said that attitude is a settled way of thinking or feeling about something. So you have to change your thoughts to change your attitude. Attitudes are nothing more than habits of thought. You've heard my story over and over again. My story that growing up, I was told a man to nothing, and that sank a nobody, and it made me waste almost 18 years of my life. But a change of that thought that I'm somebody, I'm enough, I'm someone created with so much potentials, so much I'm a genius. Yeah, that's how everyone is a genius. I've made that quote before. And so that started the beginning, a journey of reinventing myself. So it is as a result of change of thoughts, which changed my attitude of, complaints, of blame, of excuses, that brought me to where I am today. That you can hear my voice speaking to you. And so you manage your attitude daily. Yeah. Make up your mind when you wake up in the morning, what behavior you want to put out there, what thoughts you want to put out there, what feelings you want to put out there. When you put out feelings of love, feelings of care, feelings of patience, that's thoughts of positive thoughts, good thoughts, when you put on your feelings of care, you find out that it certainly changes the way you behave to people or about things, the way you respond to your calling even. And so John Maxwell's coach, John Wooden, he said something. Things turn out the best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. Oh my God. Oh, there's coronavirus. You've not gone out. You're not making much money, though people are making money even in the coronavirus. I just saw Zoom half year turnover, which is almost double last year's turnover. So people are still making money. And so he says things turn out the best for people. Things turn out the best for people. Just a moment, I've lost my. I'm coming. I lost my quote. Okay, he said things turn out the best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. So, what do you do? Take responsibility of your attitude, which is totally in your control. You cannot control the weather, but you can control the atmosphere of your mind. That's attitude. I'll close with the following quotes. Sometimes, okay, it says attitude and results follow one another, night follows day. Attitude follow and results follow one another as night follows day. So, what is that telling us? The result you make in life is as a result, um, stems from the attitude you put out. That's Bob Proctor. Another quote says, attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Another quote says, you can change your future by changing your attitude. Yes, I did. It's easy to enter into the lazy mode when it seems things are not working. And so you blame everybody except you. Maybe that was, who knows what I was doing until I changed my attitude. And I can tell you, I've changed my future. So the question that you have to go home with, put it down, begin to look at it, begin to answer it objectively, sincerely, honestly. And those questions are, how does your attitude affect your behavior? What are those attitudes you exhibit but you don't like? What is your attitude in different areas of life? How can you change your attitudes that doesn't serve you? So, yes, attitude is everything, but attitude is not everything. But for us to go far in life, we need to have a good attitude. Thank you very much. See you next Saturday as we explore another word. Maybe Saturday we can show some share some stories. So if you want to share a story of how attitude has helped you in life, or any word we'll share at any time helped you in life, you can let me know so that we'll plan for it. I want many people to hear as many stories of people that are really making waves, succeeding in areas of life, especially as a result of just a change in any of the words we are sharing in each of the Saturdays. Maybe we'll use 10 minutes to share your story. So do let me know. If you don't share it, how will I know? And how will other people know? How will we be able to patronize what you do if we don't know what it is? Thank you very much. God bless you. Let's continue chatting on our platforms till we see again next Saturday. God bless you.